Loading. Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to a special edition. We've got a special webinar tonight, and we've got with me. I've got the founder of Pinoy Money Academy, Mr. J3 Patiño. Hey, J3, thank you for joining us tonight.
Hey, Jason. Thank you for the invite for this, special event.
Yeah, we're really excited to have you on. As freelancers or potential freelancers, money, we usually think na dami pera dito, or the responsibility is a bit different because we earn a bit differently. Whether sometimes, rarely, the income goes down. A lot of the times, the income goes up unexpectedly. Pero the spending habits are always a challenge. So I'm glad that we have you here tonight, and because we've heard from a lot of our members who have questions about finances, who have questions about personal finance, and who have difficulties with the situation they're in when it comes to finances. So thank you so much, J3, for sharing your knowledge with us.
Yeah, happy to help.
So JT is gonna talk about unlocking your wealth. Let me look at here. Overcoming the 3 wealth obstacles, stopping hardworking Filipinos from experiencing financial growth and progress. Oh yeah, and we have a lot of people here tonight. We're starting to gather a number of people. And good
nice,
evening.
Yeah,
hello. Yes, we've got Michaela, we've got Rachel, we've got Mitch. Yeah, and good evening, watching from below. And J3 can also see the comments. So if you have any questions for J3, any concerns about your finances, about unlocking your wealth, feel free to post them in the comments below. That's what J3 is here for tonight. Your financial progress.
Yeah. And ano naman, no, Jason, like if you see a question that I miss out, you'll call it out naman to me, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alarm clock. Teka lang. Patayin ko yung alarm clock ko.
Yeah. So hi everyone. Again, thank you for welcoming me in the Flip community. So I'm kind of curious kung sino ba dito yung mga first time akong makikita, or meron ba ditong familiar na with what I've been doing online din. I'd like to know yung may mga first time ba, and meron din bang mga bago pa lang and nagtataka sino ba tong J3 na to. So it's gonna help me as well in how I manage the training later on. And hi everyone. Okay,
right.
So game na ba tayo?
I'll just drop off. I'll be here as a background, pero I'll drop off, guys. I'm putting you in good hands here with J3. He's really a master at what he does when it comes to finance. I'll still be here, but I'll give the floor over to J3 once again. A lot of first timers. So you're hearing from you for the first time.
Hi Mads. Hi Christy, Rachel, and Arlene. Chrissy, hi, nice. Happy to meet you guys.
Oh, yeah. So I'm putting you in J3's hands. I've known J3 for a couple of years. You're in safe hands with this guy, and I'll just be in the background. And J3, let me know if you need me for anything. But yeah, the floor is yours.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Thank you, Jason. So hello everyone, and welcome to the Unlock Your Wealth training. And my goal here tonight is to help you guys overcome yung pinaka-common, the 3 most common wealth obstacles that stop hardworking Filipinos from experiencing financial growth and progress. So, para ito sa mga tao na, you're doing the grind, you're doing the work, but for some reason, either yung nangyayari sa finances is magiging maganda, and then parang, ay, alanganin ulit, and then wala na naman, and then parang hindi nakakapag-build ng momentum. If that's the feeling, then this webinar is perfect for you. Okay? So here is what you're going to learn. We're going to talk about the 3 wealth obstacles. And just so you know, itong 3 wealth obstacles na to, I share them from a place after being a wealth coach for 7 years. And since we have first-timers here tonight, don't worry, I'll introduce myself then yung background ko. So you know where you're getting your financial advice from kasi that's very crucial. Okay? So what we're gonna do, yung format ng training natin, is that for each wealth obstacle, I'm gonna give you a client case study kung ng client ko na na-experience itong obstacle na to. And then I'm gonna share a bit kung bakit very prone ang mga Filipinos dito. And then, of course, when we talk about the obstacle, we're gonna talk about the solution. So I'm gonna share with you a one-slide solution that you can take a picture of in your screen or take a screenshot of it. Feel free to, take it down as your notes. Okay? Now, aside from that, what I'm gonna share with you, yung number one investment killer na nagbibigay ng negative income, but is blatantly advertised and the government can't do anything about it because it's actually legal. Pero pumapatay ito ng cash flow ng napakaraming tao. And I'm gonna talk to you about the 7 stages to master in reaching financial abundance. So there are actually 7 stages, from financial independence to financial security to financial freedom and then financial abundance. And I'm gonna share with you yung differences nun. And the value there is once you know where you are at, alam mo ngayon kung saan ka magfo-focus. Okay? Another thing you'll learn tonight is a case study of a dentist who was buried in debt. Medyo financial doormat siya. And as in doormat, Tagalog, tapakan to her ex. But now, she has saved more than 1 million pesos in 19 months. And then, I'm gonna kwentuhan din tayo on an experiment on how some people learn to be poor and a victim of their financial circumstances. So we've got a lot to cover tonight, and my promise to you is that as we uncover the wealth obstacles, reaching your financial goals and dreams will be 10 times easier. Kasi I've delivered this training many times, and a common reaction is yung, ganun pala yun, or sana matagal ko na siyang nalaman. And my promise to you is that you're gonna feel refreshed, you're gonna feel excited, and energized to work on your goals. And I know, kahit na ba sa mga first time pa lang na makikita ako mag-training, I know these are big promises, and don't worry, I intend to keep every word of it. So, are you ready, guys? So please let me know kasi I can see the chat, and it really helps my energy as well when I see people engaging. So, are you ready? Please type in unlock in the chat box kapag game na tayo. This is also the time, last minute CR, or if you have certain distractions then. So now is the time to close other windows and do your CR breaks. So get down your notes, and kapag ready na, please type in unlock in the chat box. Okay? And for anyone not having sound, video, or choppy, please try to rejoin na lang. Make sure you have stable internet, stop the downloads and streaming, etc. Okay, I'm seeing the flood of unlocks already. So sabi ni Roel, unlock, Sheila, unlock, Mahar, Ren, Irish, Shane, Jeric. Okay, so hindi ko na mababanggit lahat ha. So let's do this. Now, since maraming first time when I was asking earlier, I'm gonna share with you a bit of my background and where I started giving out financial advice. Okay, so my background is June 2012, my first job, I was an engineering instructor in UP Diliman, and ang salary ko niyan was 18,000 pesos a month. Now, one weird thing when you're working for government is, alam naman natin medyo inefficient ang ating gobyerno. And so what ended up happening is that 7 months na delay yung salary ko. So nagtatrabaho na ako, and then yung department secretary namin nag-aabot ng payslip. And then pagdating sa table ko, sabi niya, sorry J3, wala ka pang sweldo eh. And baka next month na-process na yung papeles mo. And then the next month followed. And then ganun ulit, abot siya ng payslip sa mga kasama ko. And then pagdating sa akin, sorry J3, wala pang sweldo eh. And so hindi ko alam na 7 months salary delay siya. It was just going on month after month after month. Now, during this time, the 3 rules that I've learned from financial books, kasi when I was in college and high school, I was reading financial books already. And ang mga tumatak na lessons to me was, number 1, wag nang umutang and wag nang dumepende sa parents kasi my belief there was, okay, napagtapos na nila ako, kailangan kaya ko lang tumayo on my own. Number 2 is magtipid ng todo. And number 3 is maghanap ng paraan, maghanap ng racket. Now, that was the path that I took. So, I survived 7 months ng, yun nga, racket and todo tipid, monay for breakfast, monay with cheese for breakfast, 2 turon for lunch, and then dinner sa bahay. So, I was surviving ng ganun, and may mga estudyante na mas okay pa yung buhay than the teacher. So, it was that kind of lifestyle for 7 months. Now, the good news was that after 7 months, yung buong salary, pinay out in lump sum. So, mga 120K plus yan. And nung natanggap ko siya, all of it was savings. And parang, syempre, natuwa ako na nangyari yon. Now, it was at that point when dun ko lang nalaman that many of my colleagues, yung mga kasabay ko rin nag-graduate and nagturo, they followed the traditional path. And yung traditional path is that they borrowed money and then they spent as usual. So, parang sabi nila na, okay, may sweldo naman ako, so gagastos lang ako. Kapag dumating yung sweldo, bayaran nila kung kanino man sila utang. So what happened was, when they received their salary, bayad utang lang ulit. And there was no savings. So that's what happened with my colleagues. Meanwhile, me on the other hand, I had 7 months. After 7 months, I had 120K in savings. The 120K, I later on invested in stocks and used to start up a business. And it was all because of the financial books that I read in college. Hindi naman ako magaling, hindi naman ako nag-graduate summa cum laude. In my last sem, I don't have any honors. In my last sem, may 4 pa ako, yung alanganin. And hindi naman ako magaling, but it was because of the financial books that after 7 months into the workforce, I had this 120K advantage. And this is my belief that financial education makes a huge difference. It makes a big difference in people's lives. And it's really the tool that once you have it, ay, ang dali pala. Uy, pwede pala. Ay, kaya pala. So today, what I'm doing full-time is that from teaching industrial engineering, I'm now teaching people how to engineer wealth. And so my company is Pinoy Money Academy. You can look it up on Facebook and on YouTube. We have a show there. I've created about 13 online courses on investing, business, management, success, and thousands of students already. And I'm happy to share with you yung mga case studies today rin ng mga students ko and what you can learn from them. Okay? So with that, let's jump straight into wealth obstacle number 1. So, game na tayo. I'm gonna first share with you yung client ko na si Melanie. And si Melanie, she's an accountant living in Canada with her family. And when we started speaking with each other, dun ko na-discover, she shared that she had 30K Canadian dollars of debt. So that's about 1.2 million pesos na utang. And when we were speaking with each other, she has tried everything, from online marketing, MLM. She wants to start saving and investing in stocks. Pumasok na siya sa e-commerce, yung mga Shopify. And she just wants to gain passive income. Ito yung exact words niya. Hindi ko alam paano ba talaga. I want passive income. And Melanie ends up doing everything, but she wants to do everything, but she doesn't end up with anything. She ends up with nothing. And she had the case of what we call financial info overload. And ang ibig sabihin nito is when you have received so much financial advice and oftentimes contradicting din yung financial advice, maybe from books, from blogs, from articles na sinishare online, from friends, from coaches, from your parents, from your tito, from your tita, from your kabarkada. And so you're getting all of these financial info, and may kaibigan kang nagpapakita ng cheque na kumikita siya ng 100K each week, and may mga bagong kotse, and so on. So that's financial info overload kasi you don't know, saan ba ako pupunta? Dapat ba mag-insurance ako? Dapat ba where do I go? And that's financial info overload. Now, Why are Filipinos prone to it? And the base reason there is the what we call the conflict of interest in the financial industry. And what this means is that halimbawa, financial advisors, people, agents of mga ex-life companies, they give you free financial consultation sessions. So you will buy insurance and they will get commissions. So it's in their interest to sell you something because they will earn from it. Same thing with real estate agents. They say, condo, it's a great investment, it's pre-selling. So they're trained to say that because when you buy, they get 3% commission. Now, bank tellers, they used to advise against investments. When you go to a bank and you inquire, ano bang okay na investment dito? When you inquire about mutual funds or UITFs, they're gonna tell you na, oh, no, please don't invest because that's risky. Just go for this time deposit. Why? Because bank tellers, they are, one of their metrics is the CASA. Their metrics is they want to have a high checkings and savings accounts total. Now, banks have partnered with insurance companies so that when you inquire with them, they will sell you on their partnered product with the insurance company. Okay? So, ito yung conflict of interest. Other examples dito, kaibigan natin from high school sharing a business opportunity because he gets a recruitment bonus. Even your priest is saying that it's better to give than to receive because the church is fundraising for their parish improvements. And banks will find ways to make your dreams happen because they will earn 36+% per year on your credit card loans. Okay? So, this is why there's so much financial advice out there dahil sa conflict of interest. And basically, it's financial marketing wrapped as financial education. And sorry to say, but that shit is dangerous. Okay? Dahil may mga, I don't know if it's seen there, those are hidden agendas. And that can be very confusing and very frustrating then kasi you don't know where to go. So let's go to the solution. How do you avoid financial info overload and fake financial information? So 25% of it is actually finding a map. Because with a map, you know where you are and you know where you want to go. And from there, you can chart your own path. Okay? Now, the next 25% is focusing on where you are in the map. The next 25% is ignoring everything else not applicable to you because your friend, your Facebook, your colleagues, your parents, other people, they might be in a different place. And they might be giving advice to you na hindi na applicable sa'yo. So that's why a huge chunk is ignoring everything else. And the last 25% is really, really, really ignoring everything else, no matter how many ads, pop-up stories, posts you see about it online, on the TV, on the radio. Focus. Nasan ka? Where do you want to go? That's the path you're gonna take. Okay? So, ano ngayon ang map? So, here is the map. And this is the framework of this is the roadmap for financial freedom and financial abundance. So, magsisimula tayo sa unang stage. The first stage is called the stage of awareness. And the stage of awareness, you're in this stage if you believe that, number 1, money causes you problems. Number 2, hindi mo kayang yumaman. Number 3, you don't deserve to be rich. So, stage 1, it's all about the mindset because if you have a bad relationship with money, if you think money will give you problems, if you think you don't deserve to be rich, then the goal there is to understand that those beliefs are actually limiting you. And we switch them to positive wealth beliefs. Okay? So you're in that stage kapag yun yung stage stage of awareness. Okay? So, since you're here, I'm going to assume that everyone here is financially aware naman, kahit papano, na, you want to make more money. Now, I see a comment here. Are we getting a copy of the wealth map slide? Please take a picture, hit your screenshot, take a picture habang naka-on siya. Go ahead so you can see it. Okay? Now, next stage. The next stage naman is skip muna natin yung quicksand. Yung most people, when they enter the workforce, they are actually on the stage of burdens, yung number 3. And yung stage niyan is your income is not enough for you and your family's needs, so you depend on others. Okay? Majority of people, they start out here na kulang yung income. And the goal now, when you're in the stage of burdens, is we increase your income. Okay? Kasi yan yung foundation eh. Income is everything in finances. Okay? And when I say income, I mean active income. And kasama dyan ang freelancing work. That's active income. Okay? Hindi muna yung passive income. Later stage pa yan. Now, if you're able to sustain yourself, then you move on to the next stage. That's financial independence. This is where you're living on paycheck to paycheck, inconsistent yung savings, may mga investment ka pero paminsan nasa scam, paminsan nawawala, you're not really sure. And if you're in the stage of independence, the goal here, yung next stage dito is control the cash flow, build up an emergency fund, protect with insurances, consistently invest. Okay? So that's stage 4. Now, if the income is not enough or sobrang pangit ng financial management, people slide back down into stage 2. That's the stage of the quicksand. And the stage of the quicksand is you have high interest debts like credit card or payday loans, or you habitually borrow money and do cash advances. Okay? So that's actually that's the worst place to be in financially. Yung being in the habit of borrowing. And again, it's solved by increasing income, syempre. But we have to control the cash flow as well. Now, what happens next? Kapag na-control na yung cash flow and nakapag-ipon na ng emergency fund and nakapag-ipon na ng some insurance, you're able to consistently invest. And don't worry, later on, I'm going to share with you where should you invest. The next stage there is the stage of security. And ang ibig sabihin ng security is, no matter what happens, you know you're secure. Keso may emergency, keso mawala ng client, you know you can cope. And nothing is taken off the table. So you have savings, you have appropriate insurances for your healthcare, for life insurance, for non-life, for the house, for the car, and you're consistently investing for the future. And that is the stage of security. Now, once people reach the stage of security, this is where we start building yung passive income. Okay? So this is when we engage in, sabi natin, in a business or in real estate investments, in passive income. All this time, while we're in stage 2 to 5, active income is the priority. Kasi ang passive income naman is, halimbawa lang, kung mag-i-invest tayo kunwari sa stock market, that's just about 12% per year. Yun ang average returns on your money. But ang utang sa credit card, well, ang charge ng credit card is 2 to 3% per month. So kung suma total natin yun in a year, that's 36% in a year. So kapag may utang pa, hindi pa advised mag-invest. Okay? Now, finally, when we're building our passive income already, and enough na siya to sustain our monthly expenses, then that is the stage of financial freedom. And that means you're earning passive income greater than your monthly expenses. And the goal there is to grow your passive income greater than 50% of your monthly expenses. And that's when you reach the stage of financial abundance. You can afford to live on 50% of your passive income. And ano yung goal dyan? Well, the stage is abundant. So it's up to you to decide. Kasi pera is no longer an issue. So many people, they support their advocacies, they expand their businesses, they do philanthropy, they help the people who they deeply care about. Okay? So yan yung one slide wealth map. Take a picture of it. Now, the important lesson here is know what stage you're at. Okay? If hindi pa solid yung emergency fund, if hindi pa bayad ang mga loans, then let's hold off on investing muna. Let's pay off those loans, those credit card loans. Know the stage you're in and focus on that and ignore the rest muna. And I know that sometimes it can feel parang exciting kasi mag-invest na eh. Exciting pumasok sa mga investments. But if walang stability, wala yung tamang foundation, then what's gonna happen is that babagsak lang din ulit yung pinundar. Okay? Now, how are we doing, guys? I see a comment here saying buffering here. Are people still able to see the stuff? Let me know. In the meantime, I'll assume na okay tayo. So, what happened now with Melanie when I shared with her yung wealth map na ito? Now, after coaching, Melanie realized that her focus should be to eliminate her debt because that is causing her passive expenses every month. And let me repeat that. Passive expenses. Many people, they want passive income. But they don't realize na, ang dami ko palang passive expenses. And ano ang passive expenses? Interest ng utang. Because kahit anong mangyari, matulog ka man, may sakit ka man, may bakasyon ka man, you need to pay off your loans. May naniningil sa'yo. And kung di ka magbayad, papatungan nila ng interest. That's a passive expense. So, she learned now that, okay, she essentially got permission that, okay, I can stop chasing passive income. And as a result, she grew her income by 400 Canadian dollars within 2 months. And basically, all I shared with her was that, hey, stop focusing on passive income. Active income will give you long-term results because you have passive expenses, because you can eliminate passive expenses. And when you eliminate passive expenses, I mean, for anyone here na paying off loans, just think about what if you don't have to pay off those loans anymore. Then it's like you gain back that money. Diba? Na it's income again. It's income again that I can use to spend with my own will. And I'm not being forced to na kakatanggap pa lang ng payout from the client. All of a sudden, sige, bayad utang. And the moment you get out of debt, then, that income is mine again. And that will give you the momentum forward. Okay? Now, so that's wealth obstacle number 1, financial info overload. So how are we doing? I see some people posting their stages. Great to identify where you're in. Next, let's go to wealth obstacle number 2. And by the way, if you have any questions, feel free to type them in. Try ko siya balikan later when we go to the Q&A portion. So, wealth obstacle number 2. Okay, I see a question here from Arlene. Sabi niya, please define passive expenses. So, if passive income is money that you are earning even while you sleep or even when you're on vacation, even if you don't go to work, that's passive income. Passive expenses are expenses na kahit hindi ka nagtatrabaho, kahit tulog ka, nagagastos siya. Okay? And most of the time, that is debt. Utang. Kasi kahit anong mangyari, wala naman pa kay ang bangko or ang creditor kung anong ginawa mo. Basta magbayad ka. So, it's a passive expense. Okay? And the worst kinds of passive expenses are the payday loans and credit card loans. So, yun yung highest priority na, pay off muna before you actually start investing. Okay, I hope Arlene that clarifies the definition. Now, let's go to wealth obstacle number 2, and this is negative compounding. And this is from Jonathan. He's an OFW in UAE, and ang financial status niya is he was recovering from a financial crisis nung nag-meet kami, and he had about 300K in debt and dealing with a problematic condo investment. And this is actually the number 1 investment killer. Kasi, bakit? Kinuha niya yung condo because he wanted it to become an investment. So, the condo rental income nung na-turnover sa kanya was 17,000 pesos a month. His monthly amortization is 32K a month. So, yung net profit niya is 15,000 pesos each month. Ibig sabihin, yung investment niya is causing him to lose even more money. And that is what you call negative compounding. Okay? Ano ang ibig sabihin ng negative compounding? This is when an investment is doing the exact opposite of what you want to happen. Instead of it bringing passive income, it becomes passive expense. So, yung compounding interest, it's working against you. 'Di ba may kasabihan tayo na, oh, make your money make more money for you. Negative compounding is when your money is making you lose more money. And I have nothing against condos here, but before we invest in these types, it's actually good to look at the numbers. Kasi talaga bang kikita tayo dito? Paano yung numbers? How does it work out? And their condos, some of them are good investments, some of them are bad investments. We have to know the difference. Kasi otherwise, madadali tayo ng negative compounding. Okay? So, why are Filipinos prone to it? And it's actually very simple. It's because mahirap ang bansa natin. We are an emerging market. Payaman pa lang ang bansa natin. So, given that the older generations have low income, so there was nothing to invest. Big families, they have no need to invest kasi nakadepende sa children. And until today, less than 1% of the working population knows how to invest in stocks. And when you look at the statistics ng dami ng pera na natutulog sa bangko lang, huge. Now, we are in a transition with the rise of BPOs, OFW remittances, and the trend of the growing freelancing market here in the Philippines. Yung household income, it's actually increasing. So finally, ngayon nagkakaroon ng time for Filipinos to actually invest. And guys, the world knows this. Foreign companies know this. And that's why the Philippines, it's labeled as emerging market, meaning investors are putting in money into the Philippines because they want to earn from the Filipino people. Okay? So, businesses locally and globally will be fighting. They will be strategizing. They will be marketing hard to convince you to invest your money with them. Okay? Whether that investment is a LV bag or a new watch or a car, they will be marketing heavily. Okay? So that's negative compounding. Now, what's the solution there? I'm going to share with you now the 5 levels of investing. The 5 levels of investing. And eto ngayon, level 1 is the clueless investor. And ang pinaka-primary investment question niya is, meron ba akong excess na funds? Ang motivation niya, bakit niya gustong mag-invest is, kasi sayang naman yung pera, natutulog lang. So invest natin. And so, the level 1 investor is actually the most prone to scams. Kasi basta nandiyan yung pera, gusto niyang may nangyayari sa pera. So it's luck-based. And so sometimes they win, most of the time they lose the money, or most of the time they get into a bad investment. Okay? Now, that's level 1. Level 2 is the bandwagon investor. Bandwagon is nakikisabay ka sa uso. Ang tanong niya naman, kapag magde-decide siya where to invest is, okay, what's the good or best investment today? So, wow, okay yung Bitcoin. Then, sige, pasok din ako sa Bitcoin. And, okay itong crowdfunding ni Farmon or ni Cropital or, all of these different companies. Ay, nag-invest ka dyan? Sige, ako rin, sali ako. That's the level 2 investor. And now, as a result, yung bandwagon investor, they have a mix of good and bad investments. And what they end up with is below average performance. Okay? Now, the goal is to be at least a level 3 investor. What's that? Goal-oriented investor. And ang question nandito is rather, educated question na siya. Ang tanong niya na ay, are the risks of the investment fit for my specific goal? Ibig sabihin lang yan, ito yung goal ko, mag-i-invest ako for this specific goal. And in the level 3 mind, in the goal-oriented investor's mind, alam niya na ang lahat ng investment ay tools. Parang martilyo, parang parang Facebook chatbot. Parang it's just tools. There's no one superior solution, whether you're going for Facebook, YouTube, SEO, etc. But in their mind, alam nila na tools lang yan. Ano ba yung purpose? Ano ba yung tamang tool? Okay? No feelings are involved. And the level 3 investor is able to get average returns. And when I say average, average in terms of the market, but in terms of population, above average yan. Kasi the average investor, yung mga level 1 and level 2 investors, negative compounding sila. Nawawalan sila ng pera, nasa scam sila. Whereas if you're a goal-oriented investor, you're getting average returns, decent returns, but you're not losing money. And that's already a big difference. Okay? Now, we're gonna skip level 4 and level 5 for now, but to speed up the discussion. Pero meron pang next levels after nyan. Okay? But level 3, ang common question kasi is, okay, J3, saan ba dapat mag-invest? Okay, here's the slide. Okay? So, where you should invest is actually based on kung kailan mo balak gamitin yung pera. Okay? So, if balak mo lang siyang gamitin in the next 1 to 2 years, if you want it to be your emergency fund, or let's say you're gonna have a wedding coming up, or let's say you're about to give birth to your baby in the next coming months, and nandyan yung pera, nakaset aside na siya, then the appropriate investments there are either time deposit lang, or bank deposit lang, or money market funds. And that's the word you use when you go to the bank or any investment person. You ask, do you have a money market fund? And that's what you look for. Ang ibig sabihin kasi niyan, money market funds, ito ang returns nila. So, parang it's very stable, tapos iakit mo lang ng konti. So, it gains you about 1 to 2% per year. 3% is maganda na. But it's okay kasi yung pera ay gagamitin mo na soon. Okay? So, that's the money market funds. Now, if your investment horizon is, sabihin natin, 3 to 5 years, dun mo na gagamitin yung pera. Let's say it's for an anniversary or vacation or business capital. We invest those in bond funds or bonds. Now, ano ba ang bonds? Bonds are basically loans, pero in this case, ikaw yung nagpapahiram. Not to a friend, pero an institution is essentially asking money from you and they promise to pay you a return. So halimbawa, ginagawa yan ng government natin and yun yung tinatawag na government bonds na nagre-raise ng capital yung government for their project, and so they say to the people na, oh, pahiramin mo kami ng 100K and maglalagay kami ng 4%, 5% on your money. So yun ang ibig sabihin ng bonds. And it's appropriate for 3 to 5 years na goal. The next goal for longer term, sabihin natin college tuition, sabihin natin may anak na mag-aaral in 6 to 9 years. Here, we go for balanced funds. And ang ibig sabihin yan, it's a mix of bonds and equity. And ano ba ang equity? That's the longest term investment and usually recommended ito for your retirement. And equity funds, meaning investments to in the stock market. So, let me explain now kung ano yung differences niyan, how it works. Kapag nagpasok ka ng pera, what happens? With a time deposit, with a money market fund, ang nangyayari dito is that, very flat yung money, you're just earning 1 to 2%, maliit lang. Pero you're guaranteed that the money is there. Hindi siya nawawala. Now, ang bonds, it's slightly different. Usually, you would gain about 4 to 5% per year, pero nagfa-fluctuate pa rin siya. Okay? So, parang ganyan yung nagko-curve siya, pero 4 to 5% per year. Now, ang equity funds naman, stock market, this is the riskiest investment of all. Pero, if we have a long-term horizon, if we have a long-term investment, okay siya. Kasi your returns can go from 12% per year to 15% per year. So, anong ibig sabihin nun? Ang nangyari sa stock market is, akyat, bababa, akyat, bababa, akyat, bababa, akyat, bababa, akyat, bababa. If you look from point A to point B to 10 years later, nasa taas siya. Pero if you look at point A, to sabihin natin 1 year later, posibleng negative pa yan. Or 2 years later, posibleng negative 10 yan. So it's a roller coaster ride. That's why naka-attach yung investment to the horizon kasi may volatility eh. Okay? So what happens is that the further out your investment horizon, mas maraming time before mo kailangan yung pera, then mas pwede kang mag-risk. Okay? So I hope that you're able to understand it. And if you have any clarification questions on this, let me know so that we can answer it in the Q&A. Now, ano nangyari ngayon with negative compounding? In the case of Jonathan, well, he was emotionally attached to the condo kasi hindi niya pa mabenta or ma-let go emotionally because of memories. And so basically my coaching with him was on the emotional side of being at peace with making the investment mistake and making that decision of letting go of a bad investment. Kasi mahirap din yun eh. Nag-invest ka, tapos what do you call this? Nag-invest ka, tapos nalaman mong pangit. That's tough. And so that was the coaching that we mainly did. And because of that, he was able to let go of the condo, freeing up 32K of his cash flow. Now, he is debt-free and he's building his online business. So I see a question here from Rachel. Ang tanong ni Rachel, what can you say about fixed bonds? Is it a good investment? Okay, so ang tanong natin doon is, okay, fixed bonds, ano siya? 3 to 5 years. So Rachel, my answer to you here is, yung pera ba na ilalagay mo dyan is something you'll use in 3 to 5 years? If yes, then yes, it is an appropriate investment. Tamang investment yan. Okay? But if, say, you're gonna use it for your retirement, my answer is no. Kasi there's something better. Equity funds are better. So, gets ba yung difference na we look at investments as tools based on our goal? Halimbawa, can you imagine a person asking isang karpentero, tinanong niya, uy pare, okay ba yung martilyo? It feels weird, di ba? Pare, okay ba? Is a hammer a good tool? Depends. Do you need to hang a nail? Do you need to put in a nail? If yes, then yes, a hammer is the tool for that. But if you want to cut something, if you want to cut a piece of wood, you need a saw, not a hammer. And investments work in the same way. What's your purpose? What's the goal? And based on that, that is how you invest. Okay? Now, follow-up question ni Maria dito. How about UITFs? Okay, so UITFs and mutual funds, they're the same. And UITFs, ganun din yan. May different kinds of UITFs. UITFs na, may UITF na money market fund, may UITF na bond fund, may UITF na balanced fund, may UITF na equity fund. Meron din mutual fund na money market fund, meron din mutual fund na bond fund, meron din mutual fund na balanced fund. Okay? So, it's not a question of mutual fund or UITF. They're essentially the same thing. Ang difference lang is who's providing it. UITFs, they're provided by banks. Mutual funds, they're provided by investment companies. Okay? Now, another question here, how about the index fund? So the index fund is an equity fund kasi the index, it talks about the stock market. Okay? So that's how we categorize it. I know that many of the investment names out in the market there are hard to decipher what is this. But we need to know what's the asset class. And here are the asset classes: money market, bonds, balanced, or equity. That's it. That's the 4 things you need to know. So if you get a fund that says it's the Prosperity Growth Unlimited Money Tree Fund, so that's the product name. And I know it's an exaggeration. Prosperity Growth Unlimited Money Chuva Chu Fund. So you ask the investor, but what fund is this? Is it a money market fund? Is it a bond fund? Is it a balanced fund? Is it an equity fund? And based on that, you can now tell, okay, so at the end of the day, it's just a bond fund. Kasi what's happening now is, it's parang ang daming marketing fluff na nangyayari na this cool sounding investment, get in. But it's inappropriate. So when you learn the language, it's either money market, bonds, balance, equity. That's it. Okay? Now, let's go to the third obstacle. By the way, guys, thank you for asking your questions. I'm happy to train you on them. So, wealth obstacle number 3 naman is called learned helplessness. And the client here is Joelyn, and she's a dentist in KSA, and basically financial doormat siya. Ang ibig sabihin nun ay lahat ng hingi ng pamilya niya sa kanya, bigay lang siya ng bigay. And she dreams of having her own clinic in the Philippines. Pero nalubog siya sa utang despite earning a lot, and wala siyang savings, stuck up in makakaipon, then lubog sa utang, makakaipon, lubog sa utang. And when we met, she had she became helpless already about her situation. And learned helplessness is when a person accepts their powerlessness over their current situation. And so, dahil inaccept na nila yung situation nila, they no longer attempt to improve their situation, even when opportunities are presented. Now, may scientific background actually itong learned helplessness. And let me share with you the story of the experiment. Medyo brutal yung experiment. So, may 2 groups of dogs. And ang ginawa ng mga scientists is that yung group 1, yung mga dogs in group 1, nilagay nila sa cage, and then they were delivering electric shocks, kinukuryente nila. And the dogs in group 1 could press this lever to stop the shocks. So may kailangan silang pindutin, titigil yung shocks. Meanwhile, yung group 2, they were receiving electric shocks, pero randomly lang titigil yung shocks. Okay? So that was the first part. The second part of the experiment is pinagsama ngayon nila yung group 1 and group 2 dogs, and nilagay nila sa area na may boxed area where they would receive electric shocks again. But they could jump to a higher area to get out of the shocks. Now, what happened? The group 1 dogs were able to quickly get out of the box to avoid the shock. So in other words, they did something. Umalis sila from the pain. Meanwhile, the group 2 dogs, because of their past experience of the shocks, they had learned that I can't do anything. So they were just there. They were just receiving the shocks. And that is learned helplessness. And this is how the term was coined. Now, the cure of learned helplessness was that the experimenters, they had to physically move the group 2 dogs na ginagalaw nila yung paa to remind them that, hey, kaya mong gumalaw, kaya mong tumalon. They needed to break the pattern of thinking. Okay? So, how can Filipinos be prone to this? And in many ways, we can all learn how to be helpless. Halimbawa, let's say we make a bad investment. And because of that, nasunog na. And so, hindi na lang ako mag-aaral ng investments ever again. Or let's say you're trying to get out of debt. You're paying, but some emergency happens and it brings you into more debt, and it's just a cycle. And now we accept, okay, ganitong buhay, debt is a part of life. And you stop trying. Or maybe it's failing a board exam or a certification exam. And because of that, hindi siya para sa akin, hindi ako matalino, hindi ko yan kaya. So you never try again. Or maybe it's also getting no from clients, from applying. Hindi naman ako natatanggap eh. Hindi na lang ako mag-a-apply. Baka hindi para sa akin tong freelancing. These are all cases of learned helplessness. And emotionally, it's actually a coping mechanism for us. Kasi there's a sense of comfort of being able to say, it's fate, nothing else can be done. So we stop trying. Because sometimes trying is more painful. Okay? And that's learned helplessness. So kung may tinatamaan man na freelancer dito na frustrate, then that's actually learned helplessness. But there is a solution to it. Okay? And here's the solution. The idea is to get outside of your box. Step 1 is recognize, let's pinpoint na, you know what? I'm being helpless about my career now. You know what? I'm being negative about my career. Or maybe let's look. What areas of your life have we begun to resign control over? Ano yung mga things na painful or uncomfortable na ina-accept na lang natin and we're not doing anything about it? It may be something to do with your finances. It may have something to do with your career, your savings, your business, your health, your relationships, spirituality, someone in the family. Saan tayo naging helpless? Let's think about that first. Kasi we need to recognize that first. Now, what's the step after that? Step 2 is, let's pretend we were advising a best friend you wanted only the best for and was struggling with the same situation. And you ask yourself, oh, what would you tell your friend who's going through the same thing? And that's the first piece of advice that you must do. Yung advice mo rin para sa sarili mo. That's how you become, that's how you break through. Get outside your box. Let's pretend someone else is going through that. Okay? Now, step 3 is find other people who overcame a similar challenge or situation. That's why I love what's happening in the Flip community when it comes to freelancing support na, oh guys, parang okay ba tong offer na to? Nakaka-frustrate na to. So that, the community, the value in that community, it's amazing. And if you're struggling in an area of your life, get that community. Okay? Now, of course, learned helplessness, this applies not only to finances, but to many aspects in life. Now, with Joelyn, sa client ko naman, essentially what she got from me was the permission to say no to the requests of her family and friends, and finally say yes to her big dreams. So, ito yung exact quote from her. Of course, I coached her through this, na anong sasabihin, paano iba-budget. And ang sabi niya dito is, nasanay kasi ako dati na oo lang ng oo. But now, nasasanay na rin sila that I have a budget too. And it feels good because I'm finally on track to come home for good this 2019. So, the good news is that actually, Joelyn has paid off 300K in debts and umuwi na siya for good with more than 1M in her bank account. And the best part about it was that she's a totally different person already. Parang iba na yung buhat niya sa sarili niya. Hindi na doormat. She's a confident person because she knows she has options. She has permission to say yes. Okay? So, those are the 3 wealth obstacles and the solutions. Let's go over them quickly. Number 1, financial info overload. Number 2, negative compounding. Number 1, financial info overload. Basically, it's all about the wealth map. I hope you took a picture of it. And I'll see if I can give Jason the slides. And then, so you can download it kapag para sa mga mahina yung connection. And then, number 2, negative compounding is when an investment gives passive expenses instead of passive income. And the interest is working against you. And for that, you'll have the slide kung saan ba dapat nag-i-invest. And then, number 3, learned helplessness. And this is when you are already accepting powerlessness over your financial destiny. And the solution, get outside your box. Find a community that will help you through it. Okay? So, how are we doing, guys? I have a question to you. So, I'd like you to imagine ngayon, overcoming these 3 wealth obstacles, whatever applies to you. If yung nag-a-apply to you is the first thing, the first one, or the second one, or the third one, whatever it is, then imagine overcoming these 3 wealth obstacles. If you were consistently doing these 3 actions, do you think you'll reach a life of financial freedom and abundance? So let me know in the chat if, every day, the right goal that, okay, this is what I'm focusing on. And that, okay, you're making the right financial decisions with your money kapag may naipon ka. And lastly, you have the courage. You have the courage to send out that proposal, to apply for that job, to get that certification. Wala na yung feeling of self-doubt, kaya ba yan? If you were consistently doing these three, do you think kaya ang life of freedom and abundance? Okay, while I wait for the responses, I'll just reply to a private message from Jason. Okay. Okay, so okay. Jason, would you like to step in or later na? Or well, Jason just messaged me na he might be stepping out, but it's okay. We're having fun naman, no, guys. Asa na yan? Ayan.
So, sorry to interrupt. It's a great presentation, and yeah, a lot of people are excited. I'm learning then from the presentation, but I actually have something something written at 9:30. I can't get out of it, so sorry, I have to drop off. But
yeah, sure.
In great hands with J3, and he's gonna send me a copy of the slides, and there's a replay as well. I'm gonna review the replay, but I won't miss anything, but I do have to step out. Thank you so much, J3. Thank you so much, guys. Stay on. There's a lot still. J3 has a lot more to cover, so more great things to come.
Okay, thank you also, Jason.
All right,
okay. Bye. Safe travels to your lakad. Okay, sige. So let's get back into the training. No? So I see here people posting yes na if they were consistently doing these three actions. These are saying yes. JD, Chin, Maria, Mariety, Arlene is saying na learned helplessness is hurting me most. And how do I get out of the rut? Community helps a lot, Arlene. First is advise yourself muna. Okay, if you're advising a friend, what would you say to that person? Because I don't know your exact situation. But, if I did, I might be able to help. Okay, so yes, people are saying yes talaga when you focus your financial goal. Okay, so guys, actually, the training portion is over. And I hope you learned a lot, and we're gonna do a Q&A in a bit. But I want to, para hindi naman bitin yung mga maraming natutunan, I have a question lang. Kasi I have a program that I helps Filipinos to gain clarity on the right financial goals, to execute and make the right financial decisions, and to get inspired and empowered to take the bold actions that will help them achieve their next financial breakthrough. So if you want to learn about this program, if you feel that what I've shared with you is, what, J3, okay, sige, I want to learn more, then type in oo naman so that I'll share with you yung journey to abundance na, what's it all about. And if no naman, then okay lang din. I hope you learned a lot from me. I really want to get your permission here, guys, kasi I know this is not my community. I mean, I'm with the Flip community. So yon. Yeah, I'll wait there. In the meantime, should I get water? But yeah, so natutuwa ako sa mga questions, no? Sige, babalikan ko yan later. Okay. So, I'm getting the confirmation here. Oo naman, ang sabi ni hindi ko na mabasa. Saan yung top? Sino yung una nagsabi ng oo naman? Ayan, si Mariety, si Riza, si Dinjo, Lilia, Shin, Ronalyn, Leia. Okay, oo naman. Yeah, okay. So, thank you guys. And again, it's okay to say no. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned a lot kung ganun. So right now, I just want to share with you about my program. It's called The Journey to Abundance. And this is a membership program where I personally guide, support, and coach Filipinos in their journey towards financial abundance. And the best way really for me to explain what JTA can do, so JTA, that's Journey to Abundance, is for you to see how it has helped the members already. So ito yung mga example breakthroughs ng mga members. So si Melanie, I shared with her a bit. She was able to increase her income by 1,500 a month. Si Diwa was able to add 200K to investments. Si Nordon has saved 50K for his family emergency fund. Si Jonathan, another breakthrough was he was able to negotiate with his employer 112K in tuition benefits. Joelyn has already come home for good with more than 1M in the bank, so proud of her. Si Riley was able to launch her housekeeping business, and now, ilang months na ba siya? Started November last year, September. Ayun. So November last year, now the business is generating 150K a month. Si Jason, still very young, but was able to pay off the housing loan. Si Luisa, nakapag-pay off na ng 100K in credit card debts and paid off fully paid her son's tuition already. So these are the types of results that Journey to Abundance members get. And how we deliver results, how it happens is actually 3 components. So merong courses, may coaching, and my community. Now, ang purpose ng courses is just like what you experienced here in this webinar, where I shared with you, kunwari, yung template for where you should be investing, yung template for the 7 stages. So online courses, they give you the best and proven ways of accomplishing and succeeding in your financial goals. Now, yung coaching component naman, this is what allows members to individualize the application. So for example, J3, I learned this from your course. How about me? This is my situation, what should I do? And that's what the coaching is for. Now, finally, we also have a community, and this is where we share our victories, our burdens, and our frustrations then, and our wins, and this very challenging but very worth it journey rin towards financial abundance. Okay? So I'm gonna quickly go through this. So number 1, courses, you're gonna get a lot of the courses, all of the videos are downloadable. The best way for me to explain it is like Netflix for financial education. So ito yung sample breakdown ng courses that are available today. So halimbawa, for the investing track, we have the stock market quick start course, which will teach you how to invest in as little as 7 days. We have the comprehensive investing guide to Philippine pooled funds. So this is where I compared the 153 plus mutual funds and UITFs available in the country and share with you ano dyan yung pinaka the best. Okay, so that's the investing track. And in the business track, how do you start a business? How do you invest in real estate? How do you sell a real estate property that's negative for you? And so in personal finance, we also have yung, when you're interested about budgeting, how to get out of debt. We have a course here, yung become debt-free in 12 months or less. May course din on early retirement strategy planning. So pretty much, yung lahat ng skills na kailangan to reach financial freedom and abundance, nandyan. And if hindi siya nandyan, we add to them. I add to them every single month. So meron din soft skills. And one thing to highlight here lang, yung wealth conversations. This is a course on how do you talk about money with your family nang hindi negative or nang hindi nauuwi sa away, but nauuwi ng, they support your dreams. And that's wealth conversations. So these are just a sample of the courses. Now, as for the coaching, what we do is we have a monthly group Q&A coaching sessions. Much like, I don't know kung meron sa maybe in one of Jason's programs, yung may group coaching. But the way we do it here is that dun sa group coaching is you can speak with me, either through chat or voice, Then, nag-uusap tayo, oh, kamusta na? What's your goal? What's the challenge? And then, that's me on the spot coaching people. And we do that once a month. And then meron pang separate na live Q&A. Okay? And here, just a testimonial that I want to share with this group is from Sheila May. She's a freelancer. And nagulat din ako sa results niya. Sabi niya, she was able to double her freelancing income after talking with J3. Nagulat siya na ganun lang pala kadali. And I'm just gonna share with you the story there, the background, no? Para hindi masyadong hype yung dating na, double your income in 30 days. So basically, I learned about Sheila May's circumstances. And during the conversation, lumabas na she was a very maganda yung relationship niya with her boss. And so after nun, I asked her, why not ask for a raise? And napaisip siya, ba't nga hindi? Or parang, ba't ako natatakot? You're valuable. Nadoble niya yung parang may campaign siyang ginawa na kumita ng malaki yung employer niya. So I asked her, why not? And then, pagbalik niya next month, ginawa niya na. And it happened. So this is in the aspect of somehow learned helplessness, not really helpless, pero yung self-limiting beliefs, it really helps in the group Q&A. Okay? Now, finally, we have the Facebook community as well. And it's a safe place to talk about money. Kasi I know that it's not easy to talk about money with some of our friends, some of our family. So that's basically a place where it's safe to talk about money. And one awesome thing about our community then is our members share their expertise. So halimbawa dito, we have a member na may 31 plus franchise outlets na. And so I asked her na parang, hey, can you share about your experience? And then sabi niya, sige, sure. And then, we did the training. And now meron ng training on franchising inside the Journey to Abundance. So that's how it works. And so far, do you have any questions about it? Please let me know so that I can address it as we go forward. And sabi dito ni JD, I'm interested about the real estate income, real estate sales. Yeah, it's there. So we've had members na were able to do their deals based sa training namin. Okay. It seems like no questions at this point. So I'll move forward if that's all right with you guys. So this membership is continuously growing, meaning we add to it every month. Actually, 10 masterclasses per year. So ito yung vision ko for the Journey to Abundance is that by the end of 2019, we'll have 19 courses already. And we're on track on hitting that. By the end of 2020, 29 courses na. End of 2024, 69 courses na. And yun talagang goal ko is magawa yung kapag may tanong ka tungkol sa pera, kahit ano man yan, kahit anong issue man yan, we want to be able to solve it for you. And that's the Journey to Abundance. Now, another bonus is that when you join, I'll be sharing with you my success tools, scripts, and templates and checklists. So this could be the retirement calculator or business accounting template. How do you get mentors? How do you reach out to an idol but na hindi mo alam how to get him as a mentor? How do you negotiate with banks? How do you waive your credit card fees? Yes, that's possible. What's the due diligence between, before you buy a property? And actually, share ko lang, no? I had to post this screenshot kasi nangyari lang siya this morning, or actually kagabi pala. One of our members, tinulungan ko siya mag-negotiate with the bank amounting to 45,000. And so, sinendan ko siya ng script na parang, this is what you do. This is how you phrase the email, etc. So, nag-report lang siya na, they received the good news. The bank was waiving 45K of the fees on their housing loan. So, yeah, amazing. Nakakatuwa din. So, here's everything that you'll get. So, you'll get all of the courses that I'm producing. You'll have me on a group coaching call every month. You'll have access to our Facebook community. We will continue growing this membership and community. And how much is the investment? This is how much. Monthly. You can join monthly or annual. Monthly is 1497 per month. That's cancel anytime. Annual is 999,997 per year. So you save about 8,000 there. You can make your payment by a credit card, debit card, or the usual stuff, online, mobile, wire, direct bank transfer. And then you're also protected by my unconditional 30-day money-back guarantee. As a financial trainer, one of my core beliefs is that if I don't add value to you, I don't deserve your money. And that's why if for any reason I overpromised in this training, if I promised anything na ay hindi naman pala sulit, then you can ask for your money back and I will send it to you. I'll ask for a reason why so that I can improve, pero providing a reason is optional, and you'll get your money back within 7 days. So I want to do this because I want to invite as many people into the world of being financially empowered. Okay, so here is how to join. Just go to pinoymoneyacademy.com/JTA-order. And since I want to give something special here for the tribe of Jason, for the Flip community, I'm gonna throw in an extra bonus. When you join, whether it's monthly or per year, whatever it is, just go to that link, pinoymoneyacademy.com/JTA-order. So again, you can pay via PayPal, credit card, direct bank transfer, and sinesend naman, parang nandun naman sa page lahat when you go there. So when you send your proof of payment, add the word freelancer so that I know you're coming from the Flip community, and I will send you this training, the Boost Your Income Workshop. This is my latest training. It's about the 5 proven ways to increase your income in ASAP, in 30 days or less. So yun yung promise na binibigay ko dito sa program na to. And one of those ways is actually freelancing, but learn the 4 other ways kung dito sa program na to. Okay, so that's the link. Thank you, Mahar, for posting it. pinoymoneyacademy.com/JTA-order. Okay, so with that, let's begin the Q&A. I noticed may mga question akong hindi nasagot from before, or maybe you have a question about the program. Let me know so that I can advise you. Is it this for you? Is it this not for you? Kasi I've learned to, yung hindi naman maging pushy, or kasi ayoko rin ng ayoko nang mimilit. So let me know if you have any question so that I can advise you if are there specific courses that can help with your situation already and all that jazz. So I'm gonna take a quick break lang. Where is that? I'm gonna take a quick break lang so that I will refill my water as I wait for the first question. Sige. Okay. Oh, no questions tayo? Sige. Since nagpapainit pa siguro ng questions, ayan, I saw from Jerica, how long is the course? So it really depends on the course. Most of the courses about an hour long, yun yung mga masterclass. Yun yung, what do you call this? About 1 hour, pagka specific topic. Halimbawa, how to get out of debt in 12 months or less. That's a 1 hour training. Okay? And with the membership, you get access to all of the courses. So para siyang buffet na kung ano yung focus mo, dun ka. Okay? And I think that will also help address yung question dito ni JD na pag real estate po ang gusto kong pag-aralan, how much po yun? It's the same. So, monthly, if you want to be a member for 1 month, it's 1,497 per month. You can cancel anytime. And you can, rejoin anytime. Parang ano lang, parang gym membership. But it's gonna make you buff financially. And if you want to go for annual and save some more, then go for the annual at 9,997. Okay? And you can switch then. So possible din yung, pasok ka muna monthly, let's see how this goes. And then, you know what? Gusto ko to. Then sige, mag-annual. Pwede rin yan. Okay? Nasagot ko ba yung questions nyo, Jerica and JD? Okay, so I'm gonna assume people are, listening in the background and looking at yung JTA order page. So what I'm going to do is basically share with you guys yung how members are earning back their investment. Okay? So, kasi some members have told me na this has been the best investment they made in their life. Okay? So, before we go there, sagutin ko yung question ni Amir. Kahit monthly membership po ba, may access namin lahat ng courses? Yes. And that's the beauty of it. Na, whether you're starting out or limited talaga yung budget, I recommend na get inside, join a group coaching call, post your question on Facebook para I can advise you quickly kung ano man yung financial goal mo or the challenges that are holding you back. Okay? And once you join naman, kasi a common concern is yung pag-join, 13 courses, parang, pagpasok mo sa buffet, saan ako magsisimula? Diba? Don't worry because we have an orientation there. So I'll guide you through the membership, what are the courses, and what do you watch first, and so on. So may orientation naman para hindi tayo naliligaw. Okay? Sige. So I'm gonna share now some ways that members are earning their investment back. So halimbawa dito is removing passive expenses. Halimbawa, once you learn how to get out of your credit card debt, sabihin natin, 100K na credit card debt incurs you about 3.7 each month in penalties and interest. That's just, 3.7% ng utang. And if you are able to eliminate that and you learn how to quickly eliminate that, you'll break even with your JTA membership in 3.3 months. Or let's say, ayan, may nagtanong kanina tungkol sa yung mutual fund with investment or yung parang insurance with investment component. Okay, so inside JTA, members learn when some of their investments are bad or useless. Halimbawa, may mga members na may insurance para sa kanilang anak or nalaman nila, ay hindi ko pala talaga kailangan tong insurance na to. So, and they're paying like 5,500 a month for an expensive but very popular celebrity-endorsed insurance product na hindi pala kailangan ng client. And so, when we remove this, you'll break even with your annual membership in 2 months. Okay? Excuse me. Now, other people have, basically increased their income in JTA. So, halimbawa dito si Lady, stuck in the job for the last 5 years, got inspired in a coaching call to take that next step. She got a job within 3 months and 32% yung salary jump niya. And it was more than enough to cover for the JTA investment. Si Jonathan naman, ayan, ito, na-negotiate yung 112K. And he found the approach, not in a course, not in a group coaching session, Q&A session lang. So nag-live lang ako, I was taking questions, and I shared with him how I would approach negotiating that with his employer. And ayun, nangyari. Other people naman, they're able to save more money because they finally had the strategy of paano ba talaga mag-ipon? There's a process. Okay? And halimbawa si Jerry, he learned gamification. And gamification is when you make saving fun, when you make something fun, parang ginagawa mo siyang game, and as a result, nakaipon na siya ng 100K. since joining JTA. And basically, yung net worth niya tumaas na by 100K because of joining. Ayan. And, we have people earning on their investments, starting their businesses. And I guess yung pinaka unexpected benefit of members is this one. Gain the support of your loved ones. Kasi dun sa, yung isang course, yung Wealth Conversations, it's about how to talk to your family, to your friends, in such a way na they will support you. And ang sabi dito ni Joseph Roy, ito yung sabi niya, ngayon aligned na kami ni wife sa savings goals. Dati kasi madalas kapag savings, lagi sila nag-away, nagtatampuhan, ba't mo ko tinitipid, etc. But now they're aligned and sabi niya, sarap ng pakiramdam. Family teamwork, I think that's priceless. And you learn how to do that inside JTA. So, yeah, are there any more questions? And by the way pala, saan yan? Ayan, ito pala. So remember that if you are, if you decide to join, whether you're joining now or you're watching via replay, then make sure to add the word freelancer. Okay, I think we're good. Sige, I'll wait a couple of more minutes for the questions, but if then let's proceed. Okay. Question ni Mads, may time limit po ba sa enrollment to get the freebies for the Flip community? No time limit. If you're a member of the Flip community, if you're watching this, even though it's 1 month from now, 2 months from the date of the webinar, it's available. And I know by doing that, I know I'm speaking with some marketing people here, no, na parang, nako, J3, maglagay ka ng deadline, mas marami mag-join. I don't want to do that. When people are ready to gain financial knowledge, to gain financial empowerment, when people are ready, kapag, nandiyan na yung when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I strongly believe that. That's why I don't give a deadline on this, on this bonus. Okay, kasi when you need help financially, when you're ready to reach your next level financially, then, join JTA. And yun din yung pinaka-message ko, I guess, to everyone here, that kasi financial education makes a difference. I think that's a given, no? But my question now is, if we look forward, kunwari, 1 year from now, kahit ano mangyari, diba, lilipas ang 1 year. The question is, will you be in a better financial position than right now? It depends what you do in that 1 year, diba? So, if you join the journey to abundance, of course, I can never guarantee any results. I can only share with you the results that my students have gotten. But you will have the tools, the coaching and the support available to you to increase your income, to get out of debt, to grow your investments, and to overall move closer to a life of financial freedom and abundance. And if you'd like to start the journey, well, when would you like to reach financial freedom and abundance? If your answer is ASAP, then that's my answer as well. Na parang, okay, then sign up ASAP. But if you're okay to push back on your dreams na sabihin natin, sige, delay natin yung being able to be financially secure 5 years, then don't sign up for 5 years. That's how I think of it. Okay, any other questions? By the way, I don't know where to see yung number of people watching. Is that available or no? But yeah, I think we're good now. Sige, let me check. I hope you guys have been learning, and I'd like to congratulate everyone who is here Kasi I know it's a Thursday night and it's not easy to, we could all be doing other stuff, but you're here. So if you're watching this live or on replay, I'd like to congratulate you. And I hope that I was able to add value to you today. Okay? Tama ba? Sige. So, I think okay. So Shane is asking, if we sign up for the monthly, do we get access to all the lessons? Yes, absolutely. So whether you join monthly or annual, I'm gonna give you my all. Hindi ako mamimili na pagka may annual and stuff. So, okay, I see the comment here by Nungay na 62. Okay, but 130 nung peak. Nice. Amazing. So, any other questions? Is there anything that's holding you back from joining, or maybe you're interested in a topic, you're not sure kung covered ba siya? Ayan. So, Rachel is asking, I'm interested in the stock market. Ano po yung coverage ng lesson? Okay, so right now, what's available inside is the Stock Market Quick Start course. It's for absolute beginners. So, yung mga totally walang alam sa stock market, that's the course they're in. Na you should watch. The training is about mga 4 hours na comprehensive training siya. And again, you get access to it whether you're on a monthly plan or an annual plan. Parang sa gym. Hindi naman, kunwari sa gym, when you sign up, lahat naman ng makina pwede mong gamitin eh. Regardless kung naka 3-month quarterly or annual plan ka. But anyway, so ganun siya. And then, now, for those naman na mas advanced na yung stock market, we have a training coming up in November. It's for more advanced training. So, in general, what I do with the trainings is that nagsa-start from beginner level and then I'm building it towards more and more advanced concepts. So, I hope nasagot yung question mo, Rachel. Okay, beginner's course. Yeah, definitely. Excuse me. Amazing. Okay. Yeah, anything else? By the way, guys, your questions doesn't have to be about the program. Since nandito na rin naman ako, and I think I can go on for about 15 more minutes if there are questions. Might as well sulitin nyo na yung financial advice or concerns. If you have any lang naman. Hindi naman ako mamimilit. Okay, Amelia is saying here, thanks a lot, J3, for sharing your knowledge and expertise. Very interested po in signing up in J8A. Yeah, I look forward to having you guys inside if ever you're gonna join, whether now or in the coming days. I make it a point na maging sulit yung experience ninyo sa loob. So may habol pa ba? If wala na. Okay, ayan. Sige, mabol si Ruel. Interested on stocks. I want to learn how to start. So, Ruel, you have the same question as, sino ba to? Sino yung nagtanong about stocks? Si JD Ren. Yeah. So, Mahar is asking, saan na yan? Ang bilis. Okay, Ruel, so yes, meron tayong beginner's course on stocks. If you want to learn how to start, yes, meron doon. And Mari is saying, ako din, join tayo. Yeah, I look forward to welcoming you inside. Ang tanong ni Manuel, will I be reviewing the comments here sa replay to answer the question na nabury above? Hindi na. I won't be, better to ask the question now. Or if you have a question about the program, you can email me at support@pinoymoneyacademy.com. so that I can ask you can ask me about JTA. Okay? She is asking, may topic po ba about aspiring entrepreneurs? Yes, so we have a program, asan na yun? Sige, scroll ko dun sa ano ha. Ayan, okay. So ito yung courses. Let me pinpoint it. So ito yung available now, but nadadagdagan yan. So you have there the safest way to start a business. That's a training that I have with Bobby Tibarle of the Business Startup Blueprint, and it's about the low risk approach to starting a business. Okay. Yan. So yes, we have a course. Norshan is asking, do you provide certificates? Sorry, no. The certificate I provide is to my members is 1, when they're able to get out of debt. Number 2, when they're able to increase their income. Number 3, kapag may malaki na silang investments. Nothing beats real results over a certificate. So, yun. But yeah, we don't provide certification at this time. But may I know why you're interested in a certificate? So, while you're answering me, Norshan, on why you're interested in the certificate, punta muna ako sa question ni Jerica. Anong tanong niya, what are the top 3 financial investments that I recommend? Okay, so yung questions like this, Jerica, it highly depends on the person I'm speaking to. Kasi my top 3 will be very different from your top 3. Does it make sense? Na parang based on your goals, iba ang dapat na investment mo. Because when we try to copy someone else's investment, then, mag-aano siya, hindi na maging fit. Okay? Ruel is clarifying here naman, so 1 month, can I access the stock market course? Tama po ba? Yes. Yes, you can. And by the way pala, since I know stock market is a very hit topic dito, lots of people want to learn about the stock market, but a big part of succeeding in the stock market is sustaining your financial foundation. Yung ability mong magdagdag and yung ability mong protektahan yung investment mo. So, the stock market, think of it kung kunwari nagtatayo tayo ng bahay. Okay? Kung nagtatayo tayo ng bahay, ang una nating tinatayo is yung, the fencing and yung foundation ng bahay. Yung stock market investments to put it into perspective, stock market investments, yan yung bubong, yan yung later stages, yan yung furnishing, yan yung yan yung decoration ng bahay. And it doesn't make sense then kung if hindi pa buo yung bahay, na naglalagay ka na ng furnishing kasi syempre, magko-collapse din yung investment. And that's why we provide all of these other trainings then, so that you'll have a strong financial foundation. Okay? Excuse me. Okay. Next, Michaela is asking, what is the good investment when it comes to food? I'm not sure I understand your question. Mahilig ako sa sushi. Tsaka sa giniling. Gulay, yun ba yung tamang sagot? Please clarify. I hope okay lang na I'm kidding you. But please clarify. Mads is asking, what would you recommend po? Create your own business or franchising? Okay. Highly depends on the entrepreneur, but here is how I would advise it. No, so franchising is you have a lot of capital, but you don't have a lot of time already. Okay, but create your own business if you want to be in control. If you have a lot of if you have minimal capital, and you want to do your own thing, so yun yung pinaka determining thing nun. Now, One thing though na miss out ng mga tao when they're starting out their businesses, especially when it comes to franchising, is that many people think na kapag franchise yan, automatic magsasucceed. No, doesn't happen that way. And especially doesn't happen sa mga cheaper franchises. And what do I mean by cheaper? Cheaper franchises, anything below 1 to 2 million, you are not guaranteed your results. I mean, never naman guaranteed talaga yung results. Pero kasi, in franchising, what you are buying is the system of the person. So, yung mga big franchises, the reason why Jollibee can charge 30, 40, 50 M per franchise, yung franchising fee nila, is because they have perfected the system. Compare that to a system of a food stall na 50K. It's just being labeled as a franchise yan. Pero ano ba yung system? Mahina yung support. So we have to be careful of that. Na hindi porket franchise, it's good. Okay? Please consider it. But a lot of it would have something to do rin with your usually capital naman ang pinaka concern and time. Okay? Ang tanong ni Dinjo, once we have signed up, can we schedule consultation right away? Okay, so Dinjo, if you sign up to the Journey to Abundance, what we'll do is, tama ba yung question? Hindi ko gets yung, so schedule consultation with me ba ito? If yes, then, you can post your question na, pero we are on schedule with the group coaching. It just happens monthly. Actually, kakatapos lang kahapon ng group coaching. But we have one Q&A coming up in the coming weeks. Okay? So yun. But we publish naman yung monthly events namin eh. Okay? Next is comment from Arnel. I don't get what really the business. Why don't you get straight to the point? I'm not sure what you're saying. Ano yung question mo? Please clarify na lang. Okay? So, anything else? We have a few more minutes. Ayan, Emmanuel, good thing you posted your next Ang tanong niya dito is there such a thing as a low-cost money market mutual fund or a high-yield online savings account that we can take advantage of? Okay, so Manuel, here's the thing, no? Yung actually from the question mo pa lang na low-cost funds, basically, what the advice in the Western countries, it doesn't apply masyado to our markets. Why? Kasi in the Western countries, ang mutual funds and UITFs, they can't beat the average. Majority of funds can't beat the market average. Ibig sabihin nun, kumbaga, kasi meron tayong tinatawag na market, just the market returns na gumagalaw on it's just the index. Yun yung tinatawag na index fund din. And in the US, sobrang konting companies of the thousands of mutual funds available, hindi nila nabibeat yung index na yon. And yung index is not actively managed by any fund manager. It's just, it's just the average performance. Now, in the Philippines, it's different. So, in the Philippines, hindi tayo naglo-low cost kasi fund managers, the good fund managers, can beat the index, can beat the average. 33% can beat the average. As compared to the US na less than 3%. So, be wary then when you're getting advice from international kasi iba yung context in the local market. And the main difference kung bakit siya different is that mas efficient yung market. Halimbawa, in the US, ang information is talagang public agad. So the moment something happens, yung mga fund managers can immediately react. Whereas here in the Philippines, yung mga fund managers, they have people having to call up companies to get insight on, ano bang balak nyo dito? So there's a lot happening na the information isn't as available, and because of that, nakakapag-take advantage yung fund managers ng information na accessible lang sa kanila. And that's why hindi tayo naghahabol ng low cost. We're going for good performing, best performing. And I provide that in the Comprehensive Investing Guide to Philippine Pooled Funds. Yun yung may report na nandun. Na dun ko siya in-analyze, 153 plus funds. Okay, sino dyan ang pinakamagaling over a long period of history? And ano dyan yung recommended ko? It's in there. I hope that answers your question. Okay, next one is, saan na to? Kay Amelia, I'm planning to get into business like yung home-based ticketing payment center. May course po ba sa JTA na makaka-guide sa akin how to start it? Okay, Amelia, wala tayong specific course on your specific business na home-based ticketing payment center. Kasi, I'd have to create literally like 1,000 courses on, how to start a piggery business, how to start a water refilling station, parang ganun. But the news here is that business is the same. And when I say that, parang hindi tayo naghahabol ng, a lot of people ask, what is a good business idea? Okay? And often, hindi yun enough if if it's a good idea or if it will be profitable in the long run. Kasi, syempre, consider natin, is it a good idea? Number one, meaning, hinahanap ba ito ng tao? And kaya ba itong, hinahanap ba ito ng tao? And may pera ba yung naghahanap nito? Is it something that the world needs and what the world will pay for? But at the same time, we also have to ask the question, is it something that is fit to your strengths and to your interests? Kasi posibleng good idea siya para sa kaibigan mo na mahilig talaga sa business na yon, pero for you, something else is waiting for you. Something else is your thing. And I want to one of the things that I help my clients with is, okay, of the business options you're considering, ano ba dyan yung pinaka-likely na pwede? So that's where I come in. Okay? But if you're looking for specific na, J3, decided na ako, I want to go for Amazon business. Okay, kung ganun, look for a course specific on Amazon business na kasi wala akong training on that. But if you want training on, what type of business to start, how do you get more customers, how do you get more sales, that's something that I can help regardless of what business you're in. Okay? Next question is si Micaela, nagtatanong. Okay, some people are talking about investing in the stock market that is in line with, example, Jollibee, 7-Eleven. Okay. So mga food company investments. So in general, when we start our investments, it's good to diversify. So one of the things you learn in the stock market quick start course, of course, yung step-by-step, what to click, what to sign up, etc. Nandun yan sa course. But it's good to diversify across industries. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kung papasok tayo sa food, hindi lang sa food, may holding company ka, may real estate ka, so that if something happens to one industry, then we don't, hindi bagsak lahat ng investments natin. Okay? And I also teach people, how do you get the information? Ayoko specifically sagutin yung question mo, Micaela, kung to buy Jollibee. Kasi it changes from time to time. What I do is I will empower you how to answer that question. Na, okay, you want to learn about Jollibee? Where do you get that information? Saan ka pwedeng tumingin so you are informed? That's what I train you on. Kasi whatever info I have on Jollibee right now, it's gonna be outdated 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a month from now. And you need to be able to react to that. Okay? I hope that that makes sense. And with that, I don't know kung may habol pa, but kung may humabol pa, we'll do one more. But with that, I think that's the end of our webinar. I hope you guys learned a lot and nice meeting you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to email support@pinoymoneyacademy.com. And again, one last time, where's the link? Ayan. So take a picture na lang if you have any interest to enroll when you're ready. The link is pinoymoneyacademy.com/JTA-order. And when you send your proof of payment, please add the word freelancer to your email to receive this extra bonus. Okay? So thank you, everyone. Excuse me. Okay, so bye, Jekara, Rachel, Mads, Mahar. So bye, guys, and that's it.